Hi, we're back.
Hola, day 3.
Day 3. This may technically go up on day 4 because it's late.
Yeah,
But we're doing it. It's a thing that we're doing.
it's done.
We switched sides, and Casey turned into a potato.
A Grecian potato.
Why Grecian?
Because it looks like I'm wearing
A toga?
a toga.
You're a potato in a toga?
That should be my Halloween costume.
We decided, fuck it. We don't care if you get clowned out. I'm distracted by the laptop being over here.
That's why I sit on that side. We decided to watch Killer Klowns from Outer Space. Partially because Doug really wanted to watch it, and partially because I wasn't super excited about it, so I wanted to just get it out of the way.
And aren't you glad you did?
It was enjoyable. You
had to admit.
It was enjoyable in that groaning, I can't believe they did that kind of way.
Mm-hmm. And that movie probably cost way too much money to make because of the clowns themselves.
Yeah. So, plot synopsis, super short.
Mm-hmm.
Killer clowns come from outer space to terrorize a town and harvest people to eat.
Yeah.
That's
It's pretty much in the title.
Yep.
They give you the plot synopsis in the title. Killer clowns from outer space.
But basically everything about it is either a cliche about teen movies or a cliche about clowns. To the max.
Yeah.
They harvest people by wrapping them in cotton candy pods, cocoon-like things.
They have popcorn guns that shoot evil popcorn at them.
Yep, it shoots evil popcorn. Their their guns look like clown guns. Their spaceship is a circus tent.
And they have balloon animal dogs that actually come to life and track people.
Yeah. So
Oh, and they use pies that dissolve people.
yeah, there's acid pie things.
It's one of my favorite movies ever. I love this
I
movie.
actually wrote down excessive clown stereotypes.
That was pretty early in your notes,
It
too.
was.
That couldn't have been more than 20 minutes into the movie. But that is one good thing about this movie. I mean, you can say a lot of bad things about this movie, because it's a bad movie.
Yeah.
And it was kind of intended to be. But one of the really good things about it is it throws you right into the action.
Mm-hmm.
Within the first maybe 10 minutes of the movie, the clowns are there and they've killed somebody.
Yeah, because it opens up, there's just some teenagers hanging out at makeout point. You get introduced to your characters. There's some asshole cops. Well, the one guy's not an asshole. The one cop's an asshole because this town only has 2 cops.
I mean, he is also kind of an asshole. Both of them are kind of
It's a college town and there's only 2 cops.
Oh, yeah. That could be addressed. Yeah. I mean, there are actually more cops than that because the total tool bag cop tells the other one, he's like, yeah, you go investigate these evil clowns that are killing people, and I want to report about it for the chief when he gets back on
Okay, so
Monday."
maybe there's 3 cops in this town.
There's at least 3 cops in this town.
That's not enough cops for a college town, trust me.
It's not.
Asshole cop is just he's intense. And it gets to the point where he thinks that it's just a big joke with the clowns, so he just stops answering the phone.
He thinks he's being pranked by literally the whole town.
And he just drinks. He's just smoking cigars and drinking this whole time, because he's like, fuck you guys.
Can we just get out of the way that everybody in this movie except the girl is an idiot?
Yeah. Yeah, the girl...
Everybody's so dumb.
The girl was the only... I'll say the main... It was the main girl. I don't remember her name.
Debbie. Was it Debbie?
That sounds right.
Probably Debbie. It's the 80s.
Yeah, she's the only, rational person and, smart.
She figures the shit out right away.
Right away.
Right at the beginning of the movie, her and Mike?
Yeah.
Mike, her boyfriend, they find the circus tent spaceship, and they go in, and they're poking around, and she's like, oh, fuck, this is a spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
She figures it out immediately. She probably knew the title of the movie.
Yeah, and everyone was a jerk to her the whole time. Because they're like, you're a girl, you need to go home. And the the police officer, the cranky, mean one, calls her a tramp at the police station.
For no reason.
I was like, wow!
No reason. But to be fair, I don't know that he was being sexist so much as he was being ageist, because he hates all the kids in this town.
Yeah.
So, like, as an example, at one point in this movie, early on, before the clowns start killing everybody, this cop arrests two, like, college kids who were just in the park drinking some wine. And
which is illegal.
It is illegal.
But he like, brings them in, and he's like...
he's roughing them up and
shit.
And so the other cop, Dave...
I think so. I thought Mike was the name of the cop.
No, Mike is the boyfriend.
Okay.
Dave is the ex-boyfriend, because the cop that's not the total douchebag cop is Debbie's ex-boyfriend, which makes it awkward.
Yeah, because the whole time, and there's a scene when all three of them are in the police car, and he's about to take Debbie home because he's like, I need to protect you, and she's like, stop being a jerk, I want to come with and help. And he's like, no, I care about you still.
And she specifically is like, I don't have to listen to you, you're not my boyfriend anymore. And Mike's in the backseat like, fucking ex-boyfriend, awesome, this is great, killer clowns and my girlfriend's ex-boyfriend is a cop. Mm-hmm. And I'm trapped in the back of his car.
I was also very confused though, because I assumed that they were like high school students at the beginning of the film. Because college students usually live in dorms where they could just fuck each other instead of having to go to the cliff to go fuck each other in the backseat of your car.
Yeah, she has a house.
Yeah.
So they could have just been fucking at her house.
Yeah, I don't
They brought champagne to the makeout place where everybody parks their car and makes out.
It's like that's something that high school students do, not college kids.
But they've got like a station wagon with an inflatable like lifeboat in the back, and so they blow up the lifeboat and they're just laying in the back of the station wagon making out. It's actually kind of a good idea.
Yeah. Oh yeah, also the cops, everyone that gets arrested in this movie does not get their rights read. They're just like, you're arrested now.
Yeah, and they do mention that.
Yeah.
Because Officer Mooney, the douchebag cop, is like, I'm supposed to read you your rights, but you're in Mooney's jail. You ain't got no rights.
You're like, okay, drunky McDrunkerson, because he pulls out a bottle of Jack Daniels at one point.
Pours it into a styrofoam coffee cup.
And just throws it back and is like, fuck everybody in this town. They're all fucking with me.
Oh, man. They give that guy the title line for the movie, too.
Yeah.
Because when Debbie and Mike show up at the police station and they're first telling Mooney and Dave about the clowns, Mooney comes wandering into the room and he's like, killer clowns from outer space. Holy shit. Like, very sarcastically, and it's probably one of the best lines in the movie.
Oh, yeah. That was really good. Also, I just glanced at my notes. I think, so they didn't just kill people by putting them in these cotton candy pods.
Even though they could have.
Some of the women, they trapped in balloons and brought back to the spaceship.
Mm-hmm. We know of at least 2 people who were put into balloons in this movie, and both of them were women. Because one guy calls the police station, and he's like, they put my wife in a balloon.
Yeah, and then Debbie gets put into a balloon.
So maybe they were bringing the women into space to breed them to make more food stock? They were going to breed them like livestock?
Or maybe they were going to turn them into sexy lady clowns like we see later.
We do get to see lady clowns. They have inflatable tits.
And pick a size, any size. No, I was going to say, though, at the one scene where they, the 2 main guys, Dave and Mike, end up coming across a clown in the middle of the street, entertaining a group of elderly folks at the bus stop. Why they're at the bus stop so late and old, I don't know.
So late and old?
So old
Why
people
are you
don't
at the bus
stay out
stop
late.
so old?
And so this clown's making shadow puppets on the side of a building. There was a young people there too. But,
there were a few. But yeah, it was clearly like 2 in the fucking morning.
And he's making shadow puppets, and everyone's like, "Woo, ah, clown, this is great." And then
even though the clowns, just put it out there, the clowns in this movie are fucking terrifying.
Yeah, no, they're like these huge. Well, not all of them are tall, but most of them are really tall.
They're really tall. They're like, really bulky
and oddly shaped.
They're all lumpy and grotesque.
But like they're not like humans in clown masks. Yeah. There's like animatronic heads.
They did a really good job with what they had.
Yeah, that was cool because they created like an actual like monster rather than just slapping a mask on a person. So they're like just big and obnoxious, but this clown is just hanging out making shadow puppets, and then he turns his shadow puppet into a dinosaur, which then eats all the people at the bus stop.
The shadow eats the people, and then he's like got his hands together because he was like when it chomped down on him, and then he like puts his hands down in his bag, and I guess like the people are tiny now and they fit in his bag, and he just puts them in there.
I was a little confused at that point because previously we had seen that the popcorn that they sprayed at the main characters while they were escaping in the first bit of the movie was alive. There was a 80s teen shower scene kind of hinty thing going on.
There's no nudity in this
movie, there's no nudity, but they're like, ooh, she's undressing.
Honestly, there's not even really any gore.
No. But the popcorn is, like, moving across the floor and then ends up turning into, like, these little killer clown head snaky things that are all over her bathroom. And so I thought that maybe he had taken those people and turned them into the popcorn minions, as I'm referring them as what I wrote down.
Maybe.
So I was a little like, oh, that's where they get all these little popcorn minions.
That's possible.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Theories.
Also, if any of your fans of the website, Does the Dog Die? Yeah. Yeah, the dog dies in this movie. You don't see it.
No. But you know it happens.
Yeah, it totally happens. The dog's not a main character.
No.
The dog is the first thing in the movie to die.
Yeah. Oh, so, clowns are killing everybody, and we end up back at the police station. And asshole cop got killed.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Well, and before we say what happens to him, they set it up.
Oh, I thought I put my phone on silent.
I don't think I did either. So what are we, professionals?
Yeah.
They foreshadow what happens to him earlier in the movie.
Do they?
When Dave is leaving with Mike and Debbie to go investigate, Mooney comes up to the window and he's like, "Go ahead, Dave. Make a dummy out of yourself. But you're not going to make a dummy out of me."
Oh, I didn't even remember that.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. So, it's like not even subtle. If you had caught that line, you probably would have been like, "Oh, they're going to fucking turn him into a ventriloquist dummy." Which they do.
Yep. The clown turns him into a ventriloquist dummy.
And like shoves his hand, I'm assuming, through his back.
Yeah, I don't think they went up. It was
he pulled his, and it's great the sound work at that part because the clown pulls his hand out of the back, and you hear and then he goes like that to get the blood off, and you hear the splat.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
But there's also clown footprints all over the jail cells.
Because Dave goes into the police station and he's looking for Mooney. Well, and he wants to get to the radio to call the state police in for backup. Because, 2 cops in a college town, I guess you need to have some kind of backup option. But he notices on the floor there's a clown footprint, and they're leading him back to the cells. And once he gets back there, they're just all over the fucking walls.
Yeah, they're just everywhere.
It's so good.
So Mike and Dave regroup after that scene. Oh, he finds out how to kill the clowns. Dave finds out that to kill the clowns, you have to shoot them in the nose, and then they explode into confetti.
Yeah, they totally do.
They
do.
So Dave gets out of that situation, joins back up with Mike after a chase with an ice cream truck.
Yeah, because Mike's friends
I did not like them.
Paul and Rich. Of all the dumb people in this movie, they're by far the dumbest.
Yeah.
They're written to be the idiot, horny teenager guys in town.
Yeah. Because they rent an ice cream truck to pick up chicks.
Yes. And it doesn't work because they're idiots.
Mm-hmm.
If I had an ice cream truck, I could probably pick up chicks with it.
Probably.
Saying.
Yeah.
Not that I would.
I'd lick your popsicle.
Mike meets up with them, and he's like, hey, we have to go warn everybody that there's these clowns from outer space and they're killing people. You know, killer clowns from outer space. It is really funny how that's the entire premise of this movie.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we don't believe you, but we're going to drive around with you anyway because we have literally nothing better to do.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, oh man, but we got all this ice cream to sell. And the other one's like, we haven't sold any ice cream. Fuck it.
No.
And then they see the clowns marauding through the streets. And they're
vacuuming. I would say on a parade float, vacuuming up all of their cotton candy pod victims. They're streamers.
If you can think of something to do with clowns that they could make a ridiculous method of harvesting people or killing people or whatever in this movie, they did it.
Yeah.
They did it.
So they regroup and they're Debbie's been kidnapped by the clowns. She's in the balloon and they're like, where else could the tent be? And they're like, at the amusement park. And so then we see them driving along the coast all of a sudden.
Yeah, this is suddenly a coastal town.
Yep, driving down to the pier where the amusement park is.
Yep. Also, when they say, where would you go if you were a clown?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, the amusement park. They're already in view of the amusement park, and you can see the tent ship.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not like they had amazing powers of deduction. They, like, looked and saw that it was over there.
Yeah, but when the clowns... So then the clowns roll up in their clown car, which fit 5 of them, and they got Debbie.
Including, like, the biggest one.
Yeah.
The biggest, fattest
They're
clown
just all
that's
packed
out.
in there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when they melt a guy. The security guard's like, this is closed. And so they all pull pies out of nowhere and throw pies at him, and then he melts.
You've got to get his delivery of his line, though. Because he only has, like, 2 lines.
Oh, yeah.
He says, park's closed. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. That's how he delivers it. And I love it. Because he's clearly not an actor.
And then he goes, what are you going to do with those pies, boys?
Yeah, like they get out the pies, and like the little shrimpy clown is like holding his pie and pointing at it like, you getting it, you getting it. What are you gonna do with those pies, boys? And it doesn't even cut away, the pies just start hitting him.
Yep.
It's so good.
Pies start hitting him, and you're like, okay, he just got pied. And then later, when the rest of when our heroes roll up,
when our intrepid heroes, Dave and Mike and the idiot brothers.
One of the idiot brothers sticks his finger and goes, look, it looks like a pile of melted ice cream. And then they see the human arm bones.
Yeah, Dave's like, well, it's not.
And they're like, ah! I really wanted him to wipe it on his brother's jacket and then to bicker about it, but that
or give him a wet willy with it.
Yeah, but that didn't happen. That was a lost moment right there.
Man, wet willy. Is that even a thing anymore?
I don't know, is it?
No.
And then the last bit of the film got so ridiculous that I didn't even have notes for it.
Yeah.
It got more ridiculous.
Yeah, you just completely stopped taking notes.
Yep, just stop taking notes.
I could kind of see it in your face. You're like, oh, fuck it, I give up. I'm just gonna strap in.
So there's a epic chase through the clown ship.
Was the last thing that you wrote down about the security guard?
No, the last thing I wrote down was about the lady clowns.
Oh, okay, so you did take one more note after that point.
Yeah, but then, so there's a chase through this clown ship, which is a giant fun house.
Yeah.
And...
Oh, excuse me. Well, actually, that was the actual fun house at the amusement park.
Oh, it was. They haven't
quite gotten... But the clowns were,
gotten...
like, infesting it.
Yeah. They hadn't
But it led-
quite actually got to the ship.
Yeah. Like, they attached the entrance to their ship onto the back of the funhouse, because they're fucking clowns. What else are they gonna do?
What else? And then our three main heroes, Debbie, Dave, and Mike, end up trapped. And all these clowns are coming out of nowhere with weapons to kill them. So there's this big pedestal in the middle of the room.
There were like 15, 20 clowns.
Yeah, there was a lot of clowns.
Yeah.
And all of them were different.
Yeah,
they were all different.
They didn't all have, like, the animatronic heads. Those were just for the close-up shots, the hero props. But, like, they did a good job making all these different clowns. And they were all very unique, and they all were super disturbing.
Yeah.
Like, we did 2 clown movies. Neither one of us had seen Clown before. This one I've seen many, many times since I was very young, and a lot of people credit it as the movie that made them afraid of clowns. It was this one for me. It was, because, like, when the clowns laugh...
Yeah.
Oh, man. I might drop footage of the clowns laughing in this review, because...
That's a good idea. But they climb up on this pedestal, and and all the clowns are trying to get to attack them, and here rolls in this idiot brothers busting through the wall in their ice cream truck, covered in giant lipstick kisses, because they fucked the lady clowns.
They totally fucked the lady clowns.
They fucked the lady clowns. They're like, hey guys, what's up? And
I think you referred to them as sexy lady clowns a minute ago. They're not.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. They look like the other clowns, just female.
Yeah, they just got boobs on them.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as we see the lady clowns, their boobs start inflating. It's awesome.
And,
It's weird, though, because the lady clowns just banged them and let them go.
Yeah,
They weren't interested in eating them.
Well, that's what I wrote. I said, lady clowns just want love.
Yeah. I guess, like, the guy clowns are so absorbed in their work of harvesting humans into...
Yeah, the lady clowns just get ignored.
Yeah. They sit at home and...
Lust.
Play the one-string banjo, I guess.
Play the one-string banjo.
Does your banjo have more than one string?
Yes.
It shouldn't.
So the Idiot Brothers tries to distract the crowd of clowns, which works momentarily until the mega super clown comes.
Clownzilla.
He is Clownzilla. He roars.
I think that's what they referred to him in production. They call him Clownzilla.
Yeah, so Clownzilla, and then throws the ice cream truck with the brothers inside.
Mm-hmm.
But Dave and Debbie end up escaping. And then the state police show up.
Yeah, then they show up.
At that point, the state police show up. Oh, but then, so Dave ends up shooting the Godzilla clown.
He stabs him in the nose with his badge.
He stabs him in the nose with his badge.
He runs out of ammo, just wildly firing at it. Can't hit the gigantic clown nose. He could hit...
a couple other.
He could hit the other clowns from a good distance, right in the nose, with a shotgun.
Yeah.
But with his sidearm, he can't hit the gigantic clown's gigantic nose with 6 bullets.
Nope. He has to stab it with his badge.
Yeah, because it, like, grabs him and picks him up. The effects were good.
Yeah.
The forced perspective and the models and stuff actually all kind of worked.
Yeah. They were good. But the mega clown exploding was enough to blow up the whole ship.
Took the whole ship with him.
And then here comes the clown car crashing down. So then you're like, oh no, there's gonna be more clowns, but out steps Dave, and then in the roof are the 2 idiot brothers. Yep. And they're covered in just glitter. Because the clowns, when they explode, are just glitter and confetti.
They do explain how they survived, though, because you see their van explode.
Yeah, and catch on fire.
And they're like, oh yeah, no, we're fine. We hid in the freezer with the ice cream.
You're like, okay.
Because cold protects you from explosions.
Yeah. And I was gonna say, and then one last gag, they get pied from falling pies from the sky, and then like freeze
yeah.
frame,
80s
frame credits.
Freeze frame credits. Yeah. I
was reluctant to watch it, but it was fun.
I've been trying to get her to watch it since we started dating. It's been well over 2 years that I've been trying to get her to watch it.
And I'm like, I don't know. But it was fun. I'm not upset that I saw it.
Is that as far as you're willing to go?
Yeah, I didn't, like, love it.
Oh, I fucking love it.
I don't love it.
I fucking love it. If you like bad horror movies that are, like, a lot of fun, bad, you've already seen this movie. But if for some reason you haven't, I have to say you need to see it. It's a must-watch. Okay. Casey says, I'm assuming you won't be mad that you saw it.
No, you won't. I don't need to see it again.
Oh, I do. Whenever you're out of town from now on, I'm going to be watching this movie.
Okay. I would say, do you have anything else to add?
I guess there's not really much else to be said.
No, it's a very, not a whole lot to read into.
No, it's a very straightforward movie.
Yep.
To the point where all you need to do to summarize the plot is say the title of the film.
Yeah. It was fun. I'm glad that I watched it. Well, that was movie number 3, Trace. And so we have... Don't go other languages on me. So we got 10 more movies. 10 more movies. Woo!
We've got 10 more to get through.
10 more.
It's another week and a half we got to do
But
this.
no more clown movies.
No more clown movies. We're done.
These are all the clown movies we watched.
We have gotten the clown movies out of the way. I'm not even sure if there are other witch movies. Okay, there is one other movie that has witches in it.
There's one other movie with witches.
At least. There might be another movie that has witches in it. We're not sure. Because some of them we just neither of us have seen, and we might not even know anything about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, have a great life, everyone.
Have a great life.
Whenever you watch it, I hope you're having a great time at the moment, and thanks for watching with us.
I hope you had a great time before you watched this. I hope you had a great time watching it, and I hope that you now go on to continue having a great time in perpetuity. Bye.
I don't know what I was doing with my hands.
Jazz hands.